Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Basket on the V3. And today I'm gonna talk about the game between Venezuela and South Korea. So this game was, I thought, pretty over in the first half because Venezuela dominated. South Korea was not performing. They just lacked the energy and lacked the strengths. I would say they needed to be more physical. And in the first half, both teams were playing fast, made threes, missed threes, but it was a fast, nice basketball. But Venezuela hit their shots. But in the second half, especially in the third quarter, Korea became a lot more physical, and that had shown in the defensive end. And they didn't got a lot of points. That quarter ended 14-28, so that was a big quarter from them. And I would say this game was up and down for Korea. When Venezuela wanted, they let the Korean side to come a lot closer than it should have. And I think that was the main reason. The Venezuela team lacked energy because the team is old. Like 8 players over 30, that's an old team. And I would say in the third quarter they just lacked energy. They just, because you're playing back-to-back days in basketball, so I think it taken its toll on them. And I would say that was the main reason why it became so close. But then Venezuela hit some timely threes in the fourth quarter and became more aggressive, like more slashes, then kickouts, then slashes. They knew what to do. They knew how to win this game, but they threw that out of the window, especially in the third quarter. And when the Korea was coming back, and my mind was, okay, they are coming back, but I'm not really sure about that. So that was why I think was the main difference between these two games, the third quarter and the fourth. Because the fourth quarter, Venezuela won 24-14. They won this. They won this. They dominated almost the fourth quarter. There was a bit of a dip when neither team could really score, but when almost always when Korea scored, Venezuela scored too. So yeah, that was the game. I think this game was interesting from the side that both teams scored a lot, especially like Venezuela made 47% of their threes. That's a lot of threes, and both teams didn't really turn the ball over a lot, so that wasn't the main issue for both teams. They played well, but I would say sometimes Korea just didn't have, and Venezuela didn't have plan. They ran some plays but didn't have a plan, so what to do. And I would say that was the main reason. They just didn't have the plan what to do. Like they did something, but there was no good execution. I would say that's lack of players talent, but that's of course in national teams. You need to do whatever you get. And I would say for Venezuela team, the scoring was pretty decent. I would say a lot of players scored more than 10 points in the double digits. 2 players scored 16 points, so that was good from them. And Gulanta scored 17 and he made 4 out of 6 threes, so he made he made a lot of threes. And I would say that was the main guy who carried the team, especially in the fourth quarter. He was amazing, and I think he hit it into the halftime, or I think into the halftime or at the end of a quarter, last seconds, a long free, and that was pretty nice to see. And from Korea side, there was only 3 players who scored in double digits, and 3 of those carried the game. 2 of those were leads. That for me was hard to get, like a lot of leads, and especially where I was watching, commentators were a bit confused sometimes which league it was, but thank God it wasn't that much. There was only 2 that really played, and I would say Korea just forced a lot of shots. Like they forced a lot of shots. They could have made some better decisions, and I would say that was the main reason we lost. If they did not force some shots, I would say that that the team would have won, or at least it would be a lot tighter of a game. And because that reflects in the 3-point percentage. Korea made only 31%, when Venezuela made 47%. That was the main reason, I would say, for this comeback. And yeah, I would say that comeback was a lot of I was surprised with that comeback, but Korea never really had the chance to win this game. It was always in Venezuela quarters. Of course, they struggled at one point when Korea became more aggressive and more physical, but that was only for, I would say, a good half a quarter. That was only that, and I would say that was times leading for 7 minutes. That's a lot. So almost like from the game starts, Korea only led for one possession. I would say that was it. They tied one time, but that was it. And I would say thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like and comment. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.